Well, I think I wanted to be up here first because I thought we were saving the best for last. So I think I'm standing here in 8th place. And that kind of takes me back to my university days, coming stone last, my undergraduate days, and that was really about spending my lectures in the pub. So that was expected. But yeah, so apologies from Shaheeda because she did have a bereavement and we weren't able to put everything together that we hoped to. So I'm just going to tell you the story today and just some thoughts from myself. And my story began in Switzerland. We lived in Switzerland for 6 years and we were coming back to South Africa. And before we came back, I decided to do some research about South African economy, what the challenges were, etc. And what astonished me was that 20 million South Africans live just below the upper poverty level, which is living on 650 Rand or less a month. And that, for me, was a huge shock in that many families go out to the Spur on any given evening, and that will be their bill. But the interesting stat for me was that out of those 20 million people living below the breadline, only 1 million of them had a matric or above. So the correlation between education and poverty is irrefutable. And for me, that was the key. So I came back to South Africa with this very positive attitude of, I'm gonna be the spirit of positivity, Ubuntu, I am because we are. And I found a very positive way to channel my energy in the beginning. I turned myself into the Facebook police. So anyone who put a negative comment on Facebook, I wrote them an essay and told them why South Africa was such a great land and why we needed to contribute, and I was great. It was a hugely successful strategy. I lost a lot of Facebook friends. So I kept thinking about this, and the story I was telling myself was that I was contributing to charity. I would always give someone at the stop street if they were asking for money. I would contribute. So that was my contribution. And then one day I was listening to a conversation. Warren Buffett was being interviewed, and the interviewer asked him, "Mr. Buffett, when is enough money enough?" And he said, "Well, I don't know, but just a little bit more than I've got now." And that was a very interesting comment by a gazillionaire. And the thing that shifted in me with that was the thought that how much is enough to give? And I answered my question, just a little bit more than I'm giving now. And, sorry, for me, what then happened was, synchronously, there was a presentation at Alcana by Louise van Rijn. I attended, and I thought this was just such an amazing way for me to contribute all the privileges that I've had in life, which I didn't ask for. You know, I was born into this life. I was given an education. I was given everything in my world. And yes, I worked for it. But at the end of the day, I didn't choose it any more than someone who grew up in an impoverished area did. So at some level, it's an obligation to participate. And I saw that. So Shaheeda and I joined in a partnership. And the philosophy that we adopted was one of relationship. And in all my training around leadership, one of the key themes, and I've also done a lot of training around relationships, is that the one thing that enables the vision of a leader is relationship. You can't, as a leader, deliver anything if you're not building relationships and in connection with the people you need to deliver that vision. So we started working with the teachers. The teachers are the key to unlocking the potential in the children. If you've got inspired, purposeful teachers, they can unlock the potential in the kids, and the kids, they have an impact on their community and the future, and we know what that knock-on effect was. So we worked on these relationships and worked on strategy coming out of those relationships, and somehow that combination of the relationship and the strategy translated into key projects that the teachers decided that they wanted to embark on. And they've been super busy with all kinds of things. They decided that they wanted to convert a bicycle shed into an all multi-purpose room because this bicycle shed was derelict. And they've started on that, pulling in architects. I mean, the one teacher was going a bit overboard. He wants a water fountain, and he was really super excited about the whole thing. They wanted to convert one of their libraries into a room for, because they're a full-service school, psychologists, special needs children, and creating all the facilities. So they did that. And then in engaging the community, they chose, because they don't have a website, they don't have a newsletter, they realized that they need to communicate more effectively with their parent bodies, so they embarked on that. And the enthusiasm that's come from the staff has been amazing, because it was their choice of projects. And this is just what they want to deliver in the next 18 months. And of course, there's many more that they want to do after that. But we decided that that was the starting chunk. So knowing that I would be in 8th place tonight, I decided I had to put something together, because I know what Erina is coming with. He's going to be in 1st place with all his technology, etc. So I'm going to, we've got a little thumbs, which Jared's crossing his fingers that actually it's going to work, just to encapsulate our little journey. Our partnership is just beginning, Shaheeda and my partnership, and it's a partnership in a broader community. And I think this is my favorite quote of all time, and it's something that just keeps me inspired to continue on this journey and to continue contributing. And the quote goes like this: if you want to harvest for a year, grow grain. If you want to harvest for 10 years, grow trees. And if you want to harvest for 100 years, grow people. So that's what we're busy doing here. Thank you.